For those of you looking for a little bit more information about some of the more obscure options on the 991 911, this is the video for you. Okay, let's start with a couple of exterior options first. Starting out with the Sport Techno wheels. Obviously your choice of wheels comes down to a matter of taste, which ones you like the look of the most, and I picked these because I love the look of them, but not only that, they are the easiest wheel to clean. Obviously these nice big wide gaps, easy to get a rag in and clean them. But also they come with a couple of little surprises that people are not aware of. Firstly, the coloured crest. The coloured crest on the rest of the wheels is a $185 option. This comes included with this style of wheel. And secondly, and more interestingly, and this is something that is incorrect on the Porsche configurator, and even my dealer got it incorrect. The Sport Techno wheels are standard 305s, not 295s like the other wheels. So they're that extra 10 millimeters wider. And this is why they're also not compatible with the 5mm spacers. The 5mm spacers would put them out too far, and you'd have the possibility of hitting the frame here. So yeah, they are wider than the other wheels, and in my opinion they're the best looking wheels, but they are of course the most expensive wheel. Next is another external option, the rear window wiper. Now this is an option I think everyone should have. It makes using this car so much easier, being able to see out the back window when it's raining or snowing, or even when you get crud on the back window. For such a small amount of money, it is just a no-brainer for me. I think, I see other 911s without the rear window wiper and I think, why didn't they add that? So yeah, it's a great feature. What does it do? It wipes the window. Inside it adds this little switch which allows you to do a one wipe or put it on intermittent wipe. Okay, so next up is the folding mirror option, which adds this button here, and as you'd expect, it folds the mirror and then unfolds the mirror. The only extra you get with this option, which is documented but people don't notice, is just under here there's an extra light bar. If you don't get the folding mirror, you don't get this little light bar which lights up the outside of your car at night. Can't say I ever used this feature. It's kind of a low value for money, but a reasonably cheap option. Okay, next we have the glass sunroof, which is an expensive option, but a fun option nonetheless. It adds these three buttons here, and the first button is the shade button, which is pretty simple. It opens and closes the shade. The shade is kind of a thin material, but it works well enough. But I pretty much leave it open because this is the best part about the glass sunroof, is with it open, it lets a lot more light into the car and makes the car feel larger inside, and that's the best bit as far as I'm concerned. Next is the sunroof function itself, which I find is kind of counterintuitive. You press down to open the sunroof. I would have thought that lifting up would make more sense. It's a two-click button, so you can just press it all the way down for it to automatically open, or you can just press it the first click down to open a little bit. Lift the back up, and then if you push it all the way down, the sunroof will open all the way. And of course the other way, lifting up to close it again. And then there's the button in the middle, and the button in the middle just opens it, cracks it open like that. So, pretty cool. Next is an option I don't think anyone gets, but I did, and that's the rear footwell lighting, which, if you'll have a look in here, is this extra little light in the rear footwell. The reason I got it is because I noticed that there's no lighting in the back of the car. The only lighting comes from here, and so at night there's nothing to light the back of the car, and so I figured the rear footwell lighting would address this problem. It doesn't really. It's kind of neat how it works. It fits in nicely with the lighting package. You can adjust the dimness, you can adjust how much it dims and how much it stays on and how much it works as ambient lighting while you're driving, but it really doesn't do a good job of lighting the back footwell. It's a cheap enough option, and I'm glad I got it because I do have quite a few things in the back of my car and it's good to have some lighting there, but it's hardly an effective solution for lighting the back of your car. Back inside for the option of the multifunction steering wheel, which I absolutely love. Obviously it's a matter of taste. Some people prefer the sport wheels, and some people prefer the sport wheel with the paddle shift, and they're lovely wheels, but I love the multifunction wheel, not just because of the look, but because of the functionality. Having these little spinning wheels is so much easier to get through the many menus that are on that fourth screen on the console, and you can jump straight to where you want to go and press it down to go into other options, and spinning is so much easier than the little lever that comes with the other steering wheels. Obviously it also has the phone button wheels, and it also has the gear changes, and unlike the sport wheels, the gear changes work on a push-pull, so both of them have the same function. One is not for up and one is not for down. It's you push to go up a gear and you pull back to go down a gear, which some people have said they don't like, but I find it kind of intuitive because that's the same as how you change gears with the gear lever as well. You push forward to change up a gear and you pull back to change down, so having it in this configuration is kind of intuitive as far as I'm concerned. But really I love the look of the wheel as well. It's such a lovely looking wheel, and then it's just a bonus that it's so functional, and it's got some little lights here that tell you when you've activated launch control, or when you're in Sport or Sport Plus mode, they light up on here. So yeah, I love this option. Okay, next up is seat heating and seat ventilation, which works pretty much as you'd expect. You add two more buttons like this. If you just get the seat heating, you just get the one button. The seat heating requires the engine to be running and works pretty much as you'd expect with 3 levels. The seat ventilation it's not a cooling system, it's just ventilation. It just blows air, and it can actually be used in conjunction with the heat seating if you wish. But the idea is that it starts a fan within the seats and blows air through the little pinholes in the seats here. Interestingly, on my car, the driver's seat ventilation is a little more asthmatic than the passenger seat. It works well enough, but I find that the passenger seat actually works better than the driver's seat for some reason. And finally, there's this ridiculous option, the Illuminated door-sill. It's expensive and doesn't really have any function. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered this. I guess I'm like any other child where I see something shiny and go, ooh, I've got to have that. They come in the aluminium or the carbon fibre. I don't have any other carbon fibre in my car, so I went with the aluminium. And you know, at $900, it's an expensive option that does nothing except for light up the logo on your door sill here. And surprisingly, you can actually get a more expensive version of this. You can customize it and put whatever you like, you know, Joe's Bar or Nick's 911, and really make it impossible to ever sell this car. So, yep, I don't know whether there's any value at all in this option, but those of you like me that like lights and shiny things, maybe this is for you.